Very warm welcome, my lovely viewers, my lovely listeners, wherever you are watching me from, listening me from. Please feel welcome to today's episode, where we are going to talk about a certain very important topic that it's our like daily bread. We use it all the time, but we never know that this is the thing that really controls our life and endeavors each and every day. Before that, I want to thank all of you, those people who are watching me, those people who are commenting, those people who are sending requests through the Facebook, through the WhatsApp. I'm getting a lot of talks, a lot of shares, and I really appreciate you for that. It means that at least we are using the little faith that God put in us to shake the mountains. Before that, please just make sure you visit my Facebook account, which is Andedo Mark. Facebook page is also Common Sense Not Common. Make sure you visit it, and also my YouTube account, which is Andedo Mark Sense House. Make sure you visit all those sites. There are a lot of things, a lot of contents for us to share, a lot of realities, a lot of life stories that we can learn from. Education, learning is something that never ends. It never ages. It never wants out. So don't feel like I'm tired, I cannot do this, I've listened to this 100 times. Don't give up. Listen, listen, listen until the day you will say bye-bye to this world, because where we're heading to, there will be no reading, there will be no watching, there will no be listening, there will be no working, there will be no entertainment, we will only be praising. Before that, let's make sure that we learn as much as possible. Today I want us to talk about a very important topic here that's called ego. Our lives are being controlled by simple facts, that is ego. What is this ego? According to general definition, it is that self-awareness or self-confidence, self-courage that you have, self-esteem. We talk of self-esteem and low esteem. Mostly we just highlight it as a self-esteem, but it's that happiness you have in you, that courage that you have in you, that toughness that you have in you, that fear you have in you, that power that you have in you, that energy that you have in you, that manhood, that womanhood you have in you. Simple as that. That is an ego. Simply, it now means each and every being that breathes has an ego. Everybody is egocentric. Now, the problem comes if you are super egocentric, it becomes a problem. Lowly egocentric also is a problem. So it means that then there must be a certain bridge whereby these control measures should be at least tested at. Now, if we talk of an ego, this is part of our mind. In short, it is part of our minds that connects, that bridges, that brings together the unconscious part of mind and the conscious part of mind. And in real sense, this is the part of the mind that help us know the reality versus our personality. Now, it means our personalities, our identities, our names in short, come after being measured or compared to the type of ego that we have. I hope maybe some of us are surprised, but that is it. For somebody to be called a thief, for somebody to be called a successful person, for somebody to be called a winner, we must have evaluated, appraised, and come up with a conclusion from your ego. So in short, ego controls your nature. Now, in philosophical nature, or maybe in metaphysics, something like that, in simple, we say that ego is a subject that is organized consciously. Subject organized consciously. You get that? And it defines our personality. Simple as that. Now, if you have too much ego, that is where you start listening to yourself or hearing to yourself or hearing somebody starting saying that I have the power and I can do this and this. You are super courageous. I don't need this and such a person to help me. Ladies will start saying that I don't need a man in my life. Men will start saying that all women are useless. I don't need anybody in my life. I don't need my parents. I don't need my brothers and sisters. I don't need assistant. I don't need to go to school because I have the skills and knowledge. Nothing like that. Everything you are talking about there is being controlled by the ego. You become super egocentric, which is not right again. Again, if it is below the power, it's below a certain control measure, it's again problem. That's why you start having the stress. You start having depression. You feel like self-worthless. You feel like you cannot do anything. You feel like low self-esteem. You cannot talk before people. Your language is bad. You feel like you're not educated enough. You feel like you don't have that power. You feel that you are sick. You feel that according to your background, people are poor, that you cannot manage even boarding a flight to a certain area. You feel like you are a failure. That is when you are low esteem. So in short, we have to regulate to a certain level. That's why now this topic I gave it a title, ego versus pH value. You know, pH value is normally a range measures between, when we talk about the chemistry, those who managed maybe to high school to know chemistry, we talk about the pH value. pH value of a substance, either acidic or basic, it normally ranges between 0 to 14 measures. So for me, pH value of our ego must be or should be within 7. We talk about 6.5 to 7.5, in between there. Because again, if it is too high, I will term it as acidic. Acidic is so bad. That is where now you start bragging around, you start showing off, you start stepping on each and everybody, you start down looking upon anybody talking to you, you start like you can achieve everything, you can do everything about you. Even leading the family, leading relationship becomes a problem if you are super egocentric, you know. If you are below, again, I term it as basic, that is between 6.5 to 0. You are below the par, the necessary, at least the neutral part of it. When you are below, that's when you cannot talk before people, you feel so low esteem, you are given job to do, you cannot do, you cannot deliver, your results are just poor because yourself, you don't believe in yourself. So in short, life is controlled by ego, and it is very important to manage this ego in a very wise way. Let us not lose the best thing, the achievement, because of our ego. Let's not downlook upon people because of the ego. Let's not feel like we got an A, maybe we got first class in our graduation, and now we have learned into universities. Now we cannot operate with people who are below in our academic level. That is simply ego. You are given work to do and you feel that this, you are not worth of this. That is simply ego. You are in a relationship and you are full of, you don't love me, you don't treasure me, you don't give me what people give others, you don't know how to love people, especially for ladies. Simply that is an ego. You are a man and you feel that there are some kind of ladies you cannot talk to. There are some people you